Hello, good morning. How are we today? I'm sure we're all doing great. In this video, we are going to be talking about something that at some point or the other we must have been involved in, we must have done it consciously or unconsciously, and we kind of look away, shy away from talking about it. And because of this, it has continued in our society, and it's one of the major things that prove toxicity. And that thing is betrayal. Yes. Before I continue, let me introduce myself. My name is Christy, and I welcome you to my channel. Like I said, betrayal. Heavy word. And what immediately you heard betrayal, what came to your mind? Two lovers, one jilted the other one. In a marriage, somebody is involved in extramarital affairs. Betrayal, yes, those are valid examples. However, betrayal is, if you like, all embracing, all encompassing. Betrayal for me is breach of trust. Once your trust is violated, you have been betrayed. All right, I went ahead and looked it up, and I found this. Betrayal is selling out. In one's country, a group, or a person, you can call it treachery, betrayal. You're selling out your company, your country, a group, a person. And then I found out this again. Betrayal has to do with destroying someone's trust by lying, by hurting someone who trusts you. For instance, a friend, a relative, by not giving help, by doing something wrong, violation of trust by someone close to you, someone you have trusted. You have been betrayed if you have been harmed by the intentional action or omission of a trusted person. Two keywords here: trust and violation. You must have trusted that person. There must have been some kind of trust, and then the person has moved away from that trust, causing harm to you, causing embarrassment, causing hiccups. And these things are not mild, whether we like it or not. If you have been betrayed, you can be is usually is far it is never a pleasant experience. You can be traumatized, and if it's not properly handled, it can lead to depression. It can even get worse into mental instability. So you see, betrayal is not something that we should look away from. We should talk about it so that we are conscious of it. Anytime we want to lapse into that, we quickly retract because we know that it could get into a whole lot of devastating results on somebody's health. You don't want to do that. And let's just take a look at a community where betrayal is rampant. Someone has been betrayed, depressed, another one betrayed, is mentally unstable. You can imagine the summation of this. How will that community look like? Of course, toxic, negative. I don't know how that kind of community can do anything by way of development if a greater percentage of that community is depressed or mentally unstable. So it's not something we can shy away from. Let's talk about it at all times so that we are conscious anytime we are relating with others. So, having said this, as usual, I like us to, as much as possible, I like to keep this video short. I've, people have told me that I I should try as much as possible to break down my videos to make them short, and responding to that observation, I'm going to try as much as possible to keep my videos short without necessarily losing the substance. So today I'm going to just be painting one scenario. I'll do the other scenarios in my subsequent videos because this is a topic we have to soak in very well. Because whether we like it or not, at some point or another, we have all betrayed someone, a group, at some point or the other. We cannot deny this. Even when you want to rationalize, no, I just had to work. No, 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 no. We have all, at some point or the other, betrayed another person. You know, because it has. Once you trust somebody, betrayal may be lurking around the corner. So let me just quickly paint this picture. Of course, it's not directed at anyone. It's just for illustration purpose. There are two families. They are neighbors, Mr. Biola and Mr. Ade. And then the kids attend the same school. So they take turn to pick up the children from school. You know, if Mr. Boye picks them up this week, it will be Mr. Ade's turn and next week to pick up the children, to take them and to bring them back home. It fell on this day. Mr. Boye was to pick the children that week. Of course, they had taken them to school that morning and he was to bring them back. But for whatever reason, he wasn't able to go. But I'm surprised he didn't deem it fit to call Mr. Day. I wasn't going to be able to pick up the kids. He simply just sent a Uber to pick up his own children from school and said nothing about the other children. They were not in the same class, so and it was getting to 5 o'clock. The children were not, they were still in school. Mr. D's children were still in school. And Mr. Boy's children already gotten home. So the house help in Mr. D noticed that and made, made inquiries, asked the children, Mr. Boy's children, what happened. And those one told the house help that their dad sent Uber to pick them up. And since he didn't see anything about Mr. D's children, that's why they left. Maybe Mr. D had made arrangement for his own children. The house help was shocked, quickly contacted Mr. D, told him what was going on. And then Mr. D now sent his own official vehicle, his own vehicle, to pick up his children. Of course, that didn't go down well with Mr. D. From that moment on, that arrangement stopped. It stopped because Mr. D couldn't just understand why Mr. Boye would forget, or was it deliberate? Though Mr. Boye and his wife came around to tell some stories to try to mend the fence or maybe damage control. But Mr. D wouldn't, it was too much for him. He had to do with his kids. that beautiful relationship took another dimension. Of course, trust was broken. And that's one terrible thing about trust. Once it's broken, it's almost impossible to bring it back to what it originally was. So that's some kind of betrayal, whether you want to call it that or not. Mr. Boye betrayed Mr. Ade. I'm sure we can relate to this. I'm going to bring in up some other scenarios in my next video, like I said. Between now and then, even from now on, please let us check what we do, rehearse, look at it again, and ensure that you do not betray the person who has trusted you. Do not betray the person who has trusted you. Thank you very much for listening to me. I hope to see you very soon. Please remember, subscribe to my channel, like, share my videos. Thank you. Bye.